love your hair. But wait, before you pick a question, I'm just curious, who's your bias in Bini?
Definitely it would be Mika Lim.
Bini Mika! Wow! Why not? So, as their song say, dahan-dahan lang, buhay ay di karera. So let's get your question.
Freedom of speech is a constitutional right, but in today's political climate, many fear speaking out against powerful leaders. How can we encourage a culture of political discourse that is both respectful and fearless?
In our generation today, a lot of people are staying neutral of controversial issues. And I truly believe as Mutya ng Davao, as every citizen, as every Dabaweños that we have to be, we have to take a stand in our opinion and to always use the importance of our voice, because our voice is an agent of change in our society. Thank you so much.
Hi, Iya!
So pretty, I love the gown.
If you will be given a chance to pick or choose an emoji, what emoji would it be?
It would be hard because spread love every day.
Mutya, number 2, your question is: Davao City's strong economic performance has made it the top contributor to Mindanao's GDP. How would you ensure that this growth translates into concrete opportunities for small businesses, local workers, and marginalized communities?
Recently, our GDP has risen to 7.5%, and that is ensuring that our economy is stable. This time, it is time for us to collaborate with local businesses and create the activities that will have an impact to our youth. Because if we continue to make an impact to our youth, we are not just being a benchmark of greatness here in Davao City, but to the whole world. Thank you, and my
Hi, Ash!
So fresh, I love it.
I love the glow. But, eto Ash, I'm just curious. As a super curious Ken here on stage, what is that unexpected item in your bag na dala-dala mo ngayon?
Maybe it would be the taser, since in today's generation there are a lot of crimes, and I do have a taser in order for me to protect myself.
Oh, why not?
Mutya, number 3, this is your question. If this competition had no title, no sash, and no prizes, only the opportunity to serve, would you still compete? Why or why not?
If this competition doesn't have any sash, title, and prize, I would definitely still compete, because my purpose here is to create a positive impact, most especially here in my beloved hometown, Davao City. And with that, I am using this platform to fully incorporate my advocacy, which is the harmony with nature, because I do believe that if I encourage or spread awareness in this kind of situation, I can definitely create a positive impact. Thank you.
Krisha, who is celebrating her birthday today!
Wow! Happy birthday, Mutya, number 4!
Happy birthday, Krisha! What's your birthday wish?
Oh, my birthday wish would be that I come out as Mutya ng Davao 2025, and of course that people will hear my advocacy coming into Mutya ng Davao.
Davao City's 88th founding anniversary is symbolized by a soaring blue eagle representing strength and vision. Alongside the city's most iconic landmarks, the City Hall of Davao, Mount Apo, and the Monument of Peace and Unity. If you were to add one more symbol to this representation of Davao, what would it be and why?
It's not actually a place, but I would add the people of Davao because they symbolize what Davao has to offer. We have the best food that made by our people, and we have the best locations that are advertised by our people. So basically, I would just like to add the people of Davao City because we represent 88 years strong Davao. One Davao and 88 years strong. Thank you.
Hi, Kat! I love the aura. Very glowing and very fresh.
Dazzling in green and
Kat, I am curious, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
My favorite ice cream flavor is pistachio. I like complex flavors.
This is the color city in Southeast Asia for 2024 by Dabaw Safety Index, a global database of user-contributed data on cities and countries. As Mutya ng Davao, how would you help sustain this reputation while ensuring that safety in the city remains just accessible and beneficial for all?
Davao City has always been a city of progress and purpose. And this culture of safety that we have felt for years and years is the reason why we have been awarded as one of the most livable cities in the Philippines, not just the safest. And so I would advocate for continued programs of safety and to also remind everyone that despite the city's effort for safety, we must always still remain vigilant, informed, and aware of our surroundings. Thank you.
You are a pharmacist, right? So I am just curious, what kind of medicine will you recommend to a broken-hearted person?
Oh, I think I really can't recommend a medicine for that, but I think maybe a therapy can do.
In my face talaga yung sinabi, ha? Alright, your question. If you had to pitch Davao City as a global business hub in just 30 seconds, what would be your key message?
Davao City is known to have a very rich agricultural resources here in Davao City, and I really do believe that Davao City can offer a lot, not just in the Philippines, but also in the whole world. Just for example, our cacao. Davao City is known as the chocolate capital here in the Philippines, that it's also like one of the first class chocolates in the whole world. So I think Davao City is really competitive when it comes to its business.
I like pink. It's giving Barbie and Kenn. Hello, Barbie and Kenn.
Hindi talaga ako nag-react sa Ken, no? What is the best news that you've heard today?
The best news that I've heard today is that I actually been included in the top 20. So it's something that is really valuable to me, and so I consider it as a good news.
Alright, your question. Davao City is known for its strict implementation of laws, making it one of the safest cities in the country. How would you address critics who say that too much discipline limits personal freedom?
Davao City has been ranked as the third safest city in Southeast Asia. And so as Mutya ng Davao, I would change the narrative by following the strict law enforcement, city ordinances, and abiding by the rules and regulations that is set within our city. With this, we can be able to cultivate and foster a community where safety and security it is utmost priority. Thank you.
Hello, Mutya A.
Wow, I love the look. She's very beautiful.
Yes, very beautiful. Morena Beauty Ibon. I've seen in your tourism video that you actually have a long hair. So how do you maintain that long hair?
If I may say so myself, it's really hard to maintain it, but as a beauty queen, you need to carry yourself with a lot of grace, even if your hair is dead and damaged.
Your question is, local markets like Banquerahan are not just places of commerce, but also hubs of culture, history, and community. How would you promote traditional markets as essential parts of tourism while ensuring they remain sustainable and beneficial to local vendors?
Davao City has been known as a very progressive city in terms of our commerce. And we really should bank on our local products. Products that are from our city ourselves, produced by our own vendors. It will only show that indeed we support Davao products and we are proud to be Davaoeños. And if given the chance to do so, I will create awareness to showcase what we can offer to the world. And indeed, with Davao and its products, we can showcase everything and be proud of us Davaoeños here living in our beautiful city. Thank you.
Those are Lian. If you are about to invent a holiday, what would it be?
Well, basically, I think I cannot invent one because I'm truly satisfied during Christmas Day. Since someone who's been part of a broken family, it's really precious wherein you can gather and have a dinner together with your family. So I bet I should stick with the Christmas holiday.
Alright, well, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Alright, your question. Violence against women remains a pressing issue, with economic abuse being one of the most prevalent forms in Davao City. As a woman of influence, how would you use your voice and platform to empower victims of VAW to come forward and seek justice?
As someone who experienced verbal abuse firsthand, it's really difficult and disheartening to experience such. Therefore, since I'm a woman of influence, I'm going to educate all the women out there that you need to speak up. There's nothing to be afraid of. There are people who's willing to help you, most especially we are here in Davao City, and we are much more protected in terms of our right. So if I were you, I challenge you to stand up and show to the world that woman, hindi babae lang. Thank you.
Bel Mariano, that's correct.
Alright, now, hello Belle. Who's your celebrity crush?
Actually, I don't have a celebrity crush, but I really like Bini Aya. I really admire her words, the way she inspires people. I really look up to her. She's my celebrity crush.
Bini Aya! Alright. Many criticize beauty queens for staying neutral on political issues. As Mutya ng Dabaw, do you believe it is your responsibility to take a stand on governance matters? Why or why not?
As a beauty queen, our voices hold weight. Our voices hold influence, and this influence can really go to the minds of people. And I believe that what we share on social media, we should have to think of it first and not say things like we are on the positive or on the negative side, because this could really foster into the minds of the people, and they would also take the wrong side. And I believe that we should really think about what we should share on social media. We should really think through of it. Thank you.
Hi Kenneth, I'm good. I feel beautiful wearing this gown created by Evan Fernandez. Actually, my gown best represents me. The flower trail is a proof that I will flourish as the next Mutya in Dabaw by God's grace.
Mutya, here's your question. Davao City has often been at the center of national discussions on politics. As a Davaoeña, how do you think Davao's political culture shapes the city's identity?
We need to first recognize that we have different political views. But through the years, Davao has proven that despite adversities, we remain strong, united, and have that unwavering spirit of one Davao. That's why we need to have that collective voice and collective effort towards good governance. And Davao has always been transparent, accountable, and always strive to move forward. Thank you.
Julie May, what is the first food that you will eat after the preliminaries?
I've eaten everything ever since I've joined this pageant, so there's literally no restrictions.
Here's your question. Discipline is a foundation of a progressive society. How would you inspire Davaoeños, especially the younger generation, to uphold the values of Davaoeño disciplinado in their daily lives?
One social movement that I realized that is important is that when my generation is no longer afraid to speak up about their political views. And I must say that that's important because as citizens here in the Philippines, it is our responsibility to choose for not the best leaders, but for the right leaders in their position. Because the moment that we choose them, it is the moment that we give them the power to change something meaningful in our Philippines. And I believe that we must be disciplined voters because I believe that in better governance, we deserve a better Philippines. Thank you.
That's such a radiant smile.
Yes, and kakapayat. What's your waistline, girl?
I think 24.
So do you have food restrictions?
I don't actually. I just eat whatever I like.
Mutya, number 13, here's your question. If Mutya ng Davao removed the physical crown and only awarded the title to those with the best advocacy, do you believe you would still be standing here today? Why or why not?
Yes, I believe that I would still be standing here today because as I've
said earlier, I was an international exchange student alumna who studied in Bangkok, Thailand, and now I have been advocating to globalize the culture and tourism of Davao City because I believe in its potential to go global. And I think that I'm using this platform because we can use it or we can uplift the tourism sector of Davao City. And as a Mutya, I believe that I am not just a leader of tomorrow, we are the change makers of today. Thank you.
Today is Barbie's birthday. Now, what is your fondest memory with Barbie?
Actually, having a younger brother who is a boy, having a younger brother, I'm not into Barbie stuffs. I love the fire, yeah, the guns, yeah.
Why not?
Here's your question. If you were to represent Davao on a global stage, what would be your message to the world leaders about the kind of governance that the city upholds?
Davao City isn't just a place on a map, it is a feeling. It is the warmth of the people, the familiar scent of durian in the air, and the community that rubs you like a hug. If I would be given a chance to represent Davao City, If I would be given a chance to represent Davao City, I would represent the Davao City as known as for its peace and order. And I'm proud that we are one of the safest city here in our country. Thank you so much.
Shania, what's your beauty secret that you want to share to everyone?
Always get enough sleep.
Sleep.
Davao's growing reputation as a business and tourism hub. What unique aspect of Davao would you like to highlight to global investors and tourists to encourage sustainable growth?
I would choose the agri-tourism of Davao City. Here in Davao, we are rich with natural resources and we use it to sustain the lives of our people, to give them quality lives. And I would tell them that if they invest in agri-tourism, they will see that Davao is not just a place of business, but this is a place where business is partnered with sustainability. Thank you very much.
Your message to your fans, followers, and believers.
Thank you so much for being here. I wouldn't be here without you, and you are the wind beneath my wings.
Alright, your question. Many people vote based on personality rather than policies. How can we shift public awareness toward voting for platforms instead of individuals?
As the next Mutya ng Dabaw, I have the power and the influence to mold how people perceive politics and to influence them to vote for platforms and not individuals is something that I am responsible for. I have the power of storytelling, and I will tell the story of how Davao became this beautiful city because of the politics that happened here years and decades ago. And with that, I will tell the world and use my power so we can create a better Davao for everyone.
One celebrity crush that you want to see you now, who would it be?
It would be Michelle D because she is really an inspiring Miss Universe candidate and I really aspire to be like her someday.
Alright, your question. Davao City has often been at the forefront of national discussions, from governance and security to economic growth. What do you believe is the rightful place of a Mutya ng Davao in the bigger picture of nation building? And how do you plan to use your title to contribute beyond city-wide initiatives?
Davao City has always been known to be one of the safest cities, not just nationally, but internationally. And therefore, as a Mutya ng Davao 2025 in God's grace, I will use my platform by sharing my influence through words of mouth that Davao City is a disciplined city and it should not be stereotyped as something that is negative. Because we are resilient, one Davao, and we are strong. Thank you so much.
One trivia about a geologist that you want to share to everyone.
One trivia is that whenever we travel, we don't collect ref magnets or keychains, but we collect rocks instead. So if you want a rock today, I might have one in my bag right now.
Your question. Vice President Sara Duterte's tagline, God Save the Philippines, has drawn both support and criticism. As Mutya ng Dabaw, what does this statement mean to you? And how would you relate it to the current state of our nation?
There are a lot of weaknesses in all sectors of society here in the Philippines, but I will point out the issues with regards to the environment. My advocacy focuses on the carbon sequestration program that addresses one of the greenhouse gas emissions here in the Philippines. And I am using my Mutya ng Davao platform to influence my fellow Dabawenyos to rally behind my back that it is already high time for us to take initiatives for our environment. And I want to inculcate in your minds that at the end of the day, the environment deserves our care and we deserve its worth. Thank you.
What inspired you or pushed you to join Mutya ng Davao this year?
Actually, what inspired me to join Mutya ng Davao this year is it's a bit emotional. My original mentor, makeup artist, died just recently, and it was our last promise to each other that I joined Mutya ng Davao, and I'm fulfilling that promise by standing here in front of you.
Alright, your question. Davao City has taken a significant step in protecting its largest water source through the Panigan-Tamugan Sub-Watershed Ordinance, which imposes stricter regulations to safeguard water quality and sustainability. As an advocate for environmental conservation, how would you encourage communities to actively support and comply with this ordinance to ensure the long-term protection of our natural resources?
So we can actively support and collaborate this ordinance through promoting collaboration between the law enforcement agencies, our elected officials, and the community. How can we collaborate? First of all, let us give awareness. Symposiums about the already published ordinance will then now spark the interest of the community. After the awareness, there will be now an active collaboration because there will be now an opportunity to create a space where we can implement the ordinance. Thank you.
Eliza, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is actually green. I love, especially mint green because it's refreshing, it's vibrant, and I also love ice cream, mint green. Yes, that's it.
I would want to try that mint ice cream, alright? Just a few weeks ago, Davao City held a solemn ceremony to remember the 2003 Old Davao Airport bombing, a painful chapter in Davao City's history. As a representative of your community, how would you encourage citizens to actively participate in promoting peace and security?
I believe that it's high time that we must remain vigilant. In our time today, we experience a lot of adversities, and as a Mutya ng Davao, I have the influence to raise awareness to our people, and especially for our generation today, that we must be vigilant in our society so we remain an impactful legacy here in the heart of our city, Davao.
I love it that all our Dabawenyos are really socially aware and are not afraid to take a stand, speak out, use their influence in the community, and encourage and inspire, especially the younger generation, to take part